Hello, friends. Tonight, let's visit Sunberry Hollow and meet Hazel the Hedgehog, a quiet giver whose kindness blankets the forest in warmth. Let's begin our gentle story. Hazel the Hedgehog and the blanket of belonging. In the peaceful glade of Sunberry Hollow, where wildflowers bloomed in soft colors and bees buzzed in the warm air, lived a gentle hedgehog named Hazel. Hazel was kind and clever, but also very quiet. She liked to keep to herself, knitting colorful blankets out of forest fluff and dandelion thread. She had a big heart, but often wondered, "Where do I truly belong?" Hazel watched from afar as the other animals played in groups, rabbits racing, squirrels juggling nuts, birds singing duets. "I'm not fast like the rabbits," Hazel thought. "I'm not funny like the squirrels. I'm not musical like the birds." She sighed and went back to her little den, where her blankets kept her warm. But not quite unlonely. One autumn morning, a chilly breeze swept through Sunberry Hollow. The trees whispered warnings. A frost is coming. Animals began preparing, gathering food, fluffing nests, fixing dens. Hazel overheard a young mouse shivering as she spoke to her mother. "Our nest isn't warm enough. My paws are cold." Hazel paused. She looked down at the blanket she was holding, woven with golden leaves and soft moss. Without a word, she quietly left it by the mice's den. She tiptoed away before they could see her. That night, the stars shone brighter, and in one tiny den, two mice curled up with smiles, wrapped in a gift of warmth. First moral: a quiet act of kindness can make a loud difference. The next day, Hazel made more blankets. She gave one to the robin with the broken wing, another to the beavers rebuilding their dam. She even left one by the old badger's burrow, tied with a note, "You are remembered." The forest began to whisper. "Who is leaving these gifts? So soft, so warm. Whoever it is, they care about everyone." Hazel stayed quiet. She didn't need applause. She just felt a gentle glow in her heart. But something unexpected happened. One morning, Hazel woke to find a bundle on her doorstep. It was a basket filled with pine cookies, sweet berries, and a little card. To the blanket giver, "Thank you for wrapping the forest in love." Hazel blinked in surprise. Someone had noticed. Second moral: when you give without expecting anything back, love still finds its way to you. The frost finally came. The forest turned silver. The wind grew sharp. But no one went cold, not this year. Because everywhere, Hazel's blankets covered little nests, old logs, and hidden holes. Even the birds used them to line their perches. One evening, Elder Thistle the deer called a gathering beneath the moonlit maple tree. Animals big and small arrived with cups of hot bark tea. Elder Thistle raised her voice gently. "Tonight, we celebrate someone who showed us that belonging doesn't come from being the loudest, fastest, or funniest. It comes from caring, from wrapping the world in warmth." Hazel felt a tap on her paw. It was the young mouse, smiling. "It was you, wasn't it?" Hazel blushed. "I just wanted everyone to feel safe." The crowd cheered. And right then, for the first time, Hazel didn't feel like she was standing outside the circle. She was right in the middle of it. Third moral: we belong not because of how we stand out, but because of how we show up for others. From that season on, Hazel was never alone. She still made blankets, but now, the forest helped. Squirrels collected thread, birds sang while she worked, rabbits made deliveries. Her quiet heart had created something huge, a community stitched together with care. And if you ever walk through Sunberry Hollow in the early frost, you might see tiny blankets fluttering in the wind, signs of love, belonging, and the gentle touch of Hazel the Hedgehog. The end. Moral values summary: quiet kindness changes lives. Giving with love always returns in unexpected ways. True belonging comes from how we care for others. Thank you for spending time with Hazel. Remember, you belong, not for how loud you are, but for how much love you share. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and return soon for more magical forest tales. Good night, little stars.